Past U.S. presidents have made threats, but never quite as bluntly as this.
North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
This from the man who alone holds the nuclear codes capable of launching one of the largest nuclear arsenals in the world. North Korea is making threats of its own.
The KPA strategic force is carefully examining the operational plan for making an enveloping fire at the areas around Guam with medium to long-range strategic ballistic rocket Hwasong-12. This is to contain the major U.S. military bases on Guam, including the Andersen Air Force Base, from which the U.S. strategic bombers, which irritate the DPRK and threaten and blackmail it through their frequent visits to the sky above South Korea.
The U.S. Air Force says 2 of its B-1B bombers took off from Guam on Tuesday and joined Japanese and South Korean fighter jets for a mission flying over the Korean peninsula. The U.S. maintains a regular bomber presence in the region as part of what its Air Force calls a demonstration of its commitment to security and stability. But North Korea says it views the flights as a threat. The state news agency calls Guam the outpost and beachhead for invading North Korea and is warning it will take practical actions to neutralize it if necessary. The U.S. territory's governor says there is no change in the threat level, but that Guam is prepared for any eventuality.
I've reached out to the White House this morning. An attack or threat on Guam is a threat or attack on the United States. They have said that America will be defended.
The North Korean statement did not directly reference Trump's fire and fury threats. They were made after this story in the Washington Post, alleging the Defense Intelligence Agency believes North Korea can now put a nuclear warhead on an intercontinental ballistic missile. Basing its report on anonymous sources without actually seeing the classified document, it reads, "The assessment states in an excerpt read to the Washington Post, the assessment's broad conclusions were verified by 2 U.S. officials familiar with the document." They don't say just how confident the intelligence agency is that the information is accurate, or if any of the other 16 American intelligence agencies agree. South Korea's government has called the latest threat from North Korea unhelpful.
Our government will continue to put consistent efforts into peace and stability on the Korean peninsula and reconciliation and cooperation between the 2 Koreas.
But the spokesman also added South Korea's military is fully prepared to respond to any threat. Kathy Novak, Al Jazeera, Seoul.